Hello everyone, welcome back to another match reaction. Arsenal have just beaten Wolves 1-0 at their Molineux Stadium. Yeah, there's a lot of things to talk about. Of course, we're going to talk about the red card. But the game itself, let's first start off the feelings going into the game. Look, Arsenal, for me, look, the title race is done, okay? The title race is done. I felt so, I mean, if there was any chance, I think the Aston Villa game really, for me, just confirmed the title race is done, okay? Now, but of course, Arsenal in a position where, honestly, if Liverpool do slip up, Arsenal need to be there to take advantage. And this game, Arsenal, once again, could not afford to drop points. Not just because of the Premier League, but because we have to build some momentum. Because, like I say, I always say, if, Liverpool, do even slip even a bit, Arsenal need to be there. Arsenal need to be there to really capitalize, okay? Arsenal need to be there. And if Arsenal are not there, it's very embarrassing because, let's be honest, second place is not guaranteed. But that was a very, very confusing. It was a big win. It was a big win because of the circumstances. But honestly, Arsenal made that game a lot harder for themselves than they needed to be. But let's talk about the number one thing that everyone's talking about, the red card, okay? That red card was a load of shit. It was, I don't even know how that was a red card. Honestly, when he gave away, I thought it was a mistake. I thought he accidentally showed the red card and then it was a mistake. I thought he was going to take away the red card and give a yellow. I thought it was going to be a yellow card. But the fact he kept the red card and VAR didn't intervene. This same referee sent off Trossard against Manchester City last season at the Emirates Stadium. He didn't send off Kovacic for even a worse tackle. Lewis-Skelly was not even trying to do anything harmful. He was trying to get the ball. And sometimes his foot stepped on the player's leg. There has been so many of those fouls. So many of those fouls happen. I've seen so many players step on other players' foot and ankles. Nothing happens. The guy, we're still in Fingy's box. We're still in, Wolves' half of the pitch. Okay, so you can't send him off for, being the last man or stopping a counter. But dude, that free kick is a joke, man. For that foul, I've seen so many times Rodri do it, Manchester City, other players do that type of foul. Nothing happens. It's a yellow card. But for some reason, when it's Arsenal, it's a red card. Now, for me, I try my best to never blame referees because honestly, I think when you are so good, no matter how, if you're so good, you don't need to look at the referees. You can put the game away into bed before the referees even get involved. But man, like some of the fouls, some of the decisions that Arsenal get this season, especially Declan Rice, Trossard, this one as well. These decisions, I've not seen a single team get against them. I've not seen I don't remember if any player in the Premier League has been sent off for kicking the ball away as it was already been on a yellow card. Aston Villa had the same thing last game. Kamara kicked it, but already been on a yellow, nothing. And it was the same referee that sent off Declan Rice. Today, their number 8, the Gomez guy, who got sent off eventually, he kicked the ball, was already been on a yellow card. Michael Oliver sent off Trossard for doing the same exact thing. Where is the consistency? Let me tell you what is. These decisions that go against Arsenal, I've never in my life seen it happen to another team. And I promise you, never in my life, this season or ever, will these same decisions ever happen again. It feels like they just base it off the team and the situations. It's not objective, it's subjective, okay? And that is the issue with the Premier League referees. But you can't say anything because if you call them out, you get fined. It's like a dictatorship. If Arteta goes out in the press conference and says anything about the FAs or the referees, he gets a fine. It's a dictatorship. You just have to shut up and accept it. That is the most embarrassing thing about these referees, and they're so protected. Oh, we have to feel for them because they're human. They're humans, so we have to feel for them. They're a bunch of twats, man. That's what they are. A bunch of idiots in charge, man. Bunch of absolute idiots. That's why in the Champions League they have so much better referees. UEFA should even hire any English referees because they're all shit. That's why. But look, apart from the referee's decision, let's talk about Arsenal, okay? Let's take some accountability for Arsenal. Today, Arsenal was simple as shit. Honestly, we were not that good today. We were so poor. Even before the red card, we were poor. We had some chances. The best chance, 2 good chances come to Kai Havertz, and he misses. He fluffs both of them. The first one, he really should be scoring. The second one, the second one is a mixture of he should have scored and a brilliant save by the keeper. Because when you're coming at that speed by Trossard, Havertz doesn't have time to aim and anything. It's just a matter of getting contact in and hoping he goes in. So for him, I'm not going to hold much against him for that second one. But the second half, he had a big chance where the ball comes in from a free kick from Declan Rice. Kai Havertz, you're like flipping, what? Maybe 2 meters away from it, you should be scoring that. Let's be honest, you should be scoring that. And that is why the discussion will always come back to, do Arsenal need a striker? And the question is, yes, Arsenal need a flipping striker. Don't let these goals by Kai Havertz against Dynamo Zagreb deceive you. The truth is, in these clutch moments, that's when you need your striker to make the difference. Now, Trossard, I'll give you a brilliant example. Leandro Trossard last season, I don't know how many goals he scored. He scored a lot of clutch moment goals, and that is the difference between him and Kai Havertz. Even though Kai Havertz might score more goals, Trossard, for example, scores more clutch goals, and that's what sometimes we need. Yes, it's brilliant, you're scoring every single game, or you're scoring 1 in every 3 games, but the truth is, you need to be able to score it when we need you the most. When we needed you the most, for example, today, we need you to step up, and luckily Calafiori came in and stepped up. But Havertz, that is the issue why we need a striker, because moments like this, it just highlights how important a striker is, because this is where a striker, it's what they do in training, headers like this. And Kai Havertz, let's be honest, he's not a striker, man. He's just simply not a striker, or he's just not clinical enough. It's one of them. For me, he's both. He's not a striker and he's not clinical enough. So for us, it's almost like we need like 5, 6, 7 chances even to score a goal, whilst other teams, because they have a striker or even someone a bit more clinical forward, they only need 2 to 3 chances. And that is the issue right now also going through. But like I said, it was a very, very average performance. Even before the red card, I don't think we were playing too well. I think it was just, of course, there was a lot of injuries. We didn't see Odegaard play today. But still, I just felt like that we should have done more. Honestly, Wolves, yeah, no disrespect to Wolves. I've never in one of my videos came on and disrespected a team or said they were bad. But Wolves, they are so poor. Like, literally, they are so poor. I was watching them. They couldn't even hold on to the ball for longer than 5 minutes. They were trying to play out from the back. They kept misplacing every pass. And if Arsenal were clinical, we could have ended that game in the first half, because the amount of chances they gave away, the amount of times they lost the ball at the edge of the box, and we didn't punish them, because we're equally as shit at attacking as they are in defending. And apparently they conceded the most goals. They conceded the most goals, and they're going up against an attack that can't score. So, and it literally made that was the game. An attack that can't score against a defense that always concedes. But yeah, apart from that, look, it was a big win, because honestly, we could not afford to drop any more points, regardless of ever being a red card. I think every single fan, regardless of us being down to 10 men, we needed to win. Like, there was no excuses, because like, we can't afford to keep dropping points. Yes, I know that it was a stupid red card, but if you're trying to win the Premier League title, when you come up against these challenges, you need to step up. You need to show why you are ready to win the Premier League. And also today, I've done that. It was a big win. Yes, I know Wolves are such a bad team, but Arsenal needed to get the win regardless of the circumstances, and we did. A brilliant goal by Calafiori. We needed someone to step up, and the fact is, Kai Havertz almost touched it and he would have probably been offside, so thankfully he didn't touch it. And yeah, I mean, our attacking options so poor, man. We're having to bring on Tierney, and by the way, Tierney is our best left-footed crosser. Like, the crosses there was one cross he put in where literally he had the ball and he just crossed in like that, and then Havertz was running in. Any decent striker would have scored that. But yeah, I don't want to keep blaming Havertz. Also, Martinelli, poor game today. I mean, he created of course, Martinelli's cross did, lead to the second goal. But in terms of just his general play, man, he was so poor. Heavy touches. I think there was one moment where he was on the break, Kai Havertz or Declan Rice, I think, pulling him through, and he just ran into the Wolves defender, who I would say had a decent game, but Martinelli really should be doing more. I think there are some games where even the basic stuff, he's just not able to do. Heavy touches, wrong decisions. But yeah, I mean, look, we won, but honestly, we need to improve, man. We need to improve. We can't let games go. Like, it just feels like with Arsenal games, we're just saying the same thing. It always feels like with Arsenal, we're always one moment away from an explosion. Today, games going smoothly, suddenly red card. We always have these type of moments where it's like an explosion is waiting to happen, whether it's a red card, whether a player gets injured or something like that, or we just can't score. That's just something about Arsenal where it just feels like something's just waiting to explode. And today it was a red card. But yeah, look, that's the end of today's video. My man of the match goes to David Raya. I think Raya played really good. He made a big save at the end of the game. I think Gabriel also played really well. Saliba coming back from injury, he played okay, but I think between Gabriel and actually no, Declan Rice also played really well. But I'm gonna give it to David Raya. Kept us in the game, made big saves, especially at the time where we were under a lot of pressure. Honestly, they could have scored. It was giving me glimpses of the Bournemouth game. But yeah, that's the end. Let me know who your man of the match was. Remember to like, remember to subscribe. And yeah, I don't even know what else we're playing next because we're playing so many games. But yeah, let me know in the comments who you thought the man of the match was. Do you think it was a very harsh red card like I do? Yeah, and I'll catch you guys next time.